Hi there, I'm Megan and I go by Solar Glow Meditations. Tonight we're going to have a dowsing rod session where I will be asking questions that you guys have sent in via the form that I'll link in the description box below. So if you guys have questions that you want me to ask in these sessions, if you could submit them in that link, that would be super helpful. Right now my backlog is about 17,000 questions, so it's grown a little bit. So please forgive me if it takes some time to get to your questions. There's a lot going on. Before we get started, a couple caveats. I am not a medical professional. You should definitely seek medical attention for anything health related before making decisions. And in this case, for those purposes, this is entertainment only. And then the future. The future is not set in stone. It can change because free will exists. You can decide to go do something different with your life today, tomorrow, whenever, and that can change the course of what your future might look like. Other things. Oh, I just opened up memberships on YouTube. So if you guys are interested in getting these videos early, like before they're available to the rest of the public, if you want, you can sign up for that subscription. There's a button somewhere. I know iPhone users have been having some trouble with that, so you might have to use a desktop computer if you're on an iPhone. I think that's it. So let's figure out who we're working with today. If you're with me and willing to answer some questions, could you cross the rods for yes? Thank you. Could you open wide for no? Thank you. Could you point to the direction of your energy? Thank you. Am I speaking with an archangel? No, thank you. Am I speaking with an ascended master? Yes, thank you. Am I speaking with Jesus? Oh, hey, Jesus. Jesus is back. Awesome. Thank you. Glad you're here. I will say a bunch of folks in the comments last time were pretty excited about the fact that you were here and were interested in like asking you specifically some questions. I don't know exactly what those questions are, so we're just gonna go with the list that I have kind of pre-made and we'll go from there. So, um, did O.J. Simpson kill Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman? Yes, thank you. Did Krishna lift up the Gavatron Parvat mountain with his little finger? Yes, thank you. Does one person picking up the pieces of trash really make a difference in the grand scheme of things? Yes, thank you. Does chewing cloves help with teeth health or tooth health? Yes, thank you. When we do Reiki, is there a possibility that we take on other people's karma? No, thank you. Will tax professionals' jobs be taken over by technology? Yes, thank you. Has that already happened? No, thank you. Will it eliminate all tax professionals' jobs? No, thank you. Is angelic Reiki safe? Yes, thank you. Does angelic Reiki have results? Yes, thank you. Do only the good angels step in to help with angelic Reiki? No, thank you. Is there such thing as bad angels? No, thank you. Uh, oh, I've got one for you since you're here, Jesus. Were you actually like physically nailed to a cross? Yes, thank you. Did you die on that cross? No, thank you. Were you close to death on the cross? Yes, thank you. Did they put you in a cave for 3 days? Yes, thank you. And then you came out alive. Is that accurate? Yes, thank you. Uh, but when they put you in that cave, you weren't dead. Is that correct? Yes, thank you. Were you perhaps like passed out or like unconscious? Yes, thank you. Is that why they all thought you were dead? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Thank you for clarifying that. Um, are the images from the Webb telescope real? Yes, thank you. If witches make up their own spells without getting them out of a spell book, will they still work? Yes, thank you. Is witchcraft the same thing as setting an intentions and believing that thing will happen? Yes, thank you. Does psychotropic medications interfere with accessing spiritual gifts? No, thank you. Can psychotropic medications interfere with ascension or raising our vibration? No answer. Interesting. Is it possible it can interfere depending on where each individual's at? Yes, thank you. Are neurodiverse people part of Dolores Cannon's 3 waves of volunteers? Yes, thank you. Are Dolores Cannon's 3 waves of volunteers exclusively neurodiverse people? No, thank you. Do ground sloths still exist somewhere in the Americas? Yes, thank you. Does the ivory-billed woodpecker still exist? Yes, thank you. Is there an actual physical animal that is living that still exists of that ivory-billed woodpecker? Oh, it's like a slow yes. Interesting. Um, hmm. Okay. Is the Antichrist revealed by Dolores Cannon living and working in the United Arab Emirates? No, thank you. Is Santorini lost Atlantis? No, thank you. If someone has auburn or red hair, does that mean they have a special kind of power? Yes, thank you. Are there different levels of heaven? No, thank you. Is a positive new era appearing? Yes, thank you. Is Tyler Henry a real medium? Yes, thank you. Was the moon a gift from aliens? Yes, thank you. Uh, was the gift or was the moon a gift from aliens to remind us that the sun will return? No, thank you. Was the moon a gift from aliens to give us a little light in the dark? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Um, do any of the Kardashian sisters knowingly practice witchcraft? No, thank you. Will a protection ruin tattoo block negative energy and protect the wearer of the tattoo? Yes, thank you. Can a human gain clairvoyant abilities by simply asking the divine spirit or source for them? Yes, thank you. Was Aaliyah, the late R&B star, was her death planned? No, thank you. Does a higher state of belief that your manifestation will come true increase the chance that the manifestation will become reality? Yes, thank you. Are spirit guides sometimes uncooperative? Yes, thank you. Is that because they have their highest or your highest and best good in mind? Yes, thank you. Um, are spirit guides sometimes uncooperative because they have a longer term plan that you might not be aware of? Yes, thank you. Do gods also have conflicts with each other? Yes, thank you. Do archangels have conflicts with one another? Yes, thank you. Jesus, were you a redhead? No, thank you. Is there an advanced civilization living in Antarctica? Yes, thank you. Is there an advanced civilization that is not humans living in Antarctica? Oh, thank you. Interesting. Are there inner Earth civilizations? Yes, thank you. Does Wi-Fi from your home and cell phone affect your pineal gland in a negative way? No, thank you. Is there an alien base on Skinwalker Ranch? Yes, thank you. If I make up a protection ritual, will it work? Yes, thank you. Is the intent the most important part of a ritual? Yes, thank you. Does every physical ailment have an emotional or spiritual connection? No, thank you. Are background people real? Yes, thank you. Um, can spirit guides move other objects besides the dowsing rods? Yes, thank you. Can spirit guides see what we look like? Yes, thank you. Jesus, do you see me right now? Yes, thank you. Can any soul become a spirit guide? Yes, thank you. It's kind of a hesitated yes. Is that accurate? Yes, thank you. Is it in every soul's plan to become a spirit guide? No, but technically everyone could be. Yes, thank you. Um, does eventually every soul become a spirit guide? No, thank you. Are there spirit guides always present next to us? Yes, thank you. When dreaming of a dead person, does a spirit of the close one who passed away sometimes communicate message to us in dreams? Yes, thank you. Can a spirit choose whom to be a spirit guide to? Yes, thank you. Are the soul and consciousnesses different things? No, thank you. When you faint and have no memory of consciousness, is this a glimpse of the dimension where the soul goes after death? Yes, thank you. Are soul contracts initially random? No, thank you. Can soul contracts plan trauma such as one committing violence against another? Yes, thank you. Is there such thing as an unforgivable sin? No, thank you. Is panspermia how humans evolved on Earth? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Is the Enneagram accurate? No answer. Uh, is the Enneagram test generally close to accurate? Yes, thank you. Jesus, will you really come back to Earth? No, thank you. Uh, Jesus, did you really die for our sins? No, thank you. Um, Interesting. Did you go on to live past the age of 30 or so? Yes, thank you. I'm gonna ask that one more time. I'm feeling a little stiff. Jesus, did you really live past the age of 30? Yes, thank you. Did you go on to have children? Yes, thank you. Were you married to Mary? No, thank you. Did you go to study in India? Yes, thank you. Um, did you get married? No, thank you. Were you committed to whoever fathered your children? Yes, thank you. Was marriage something that existed back then? No? Okay, interesting. Um, okay, we'll continue on. If you have wealth in one lifetime, will you reincarnate to have equal or greater wealth in the next life? No, thank you. If you are good at something in one life, will you be good at it in the next life, such as making money or art? Yes, thank you. Are the talents we are born with like a reward from a past life, such as a good deed or great suffering? No, thank you. Does being an old soul always make you wise, or could you just be not very good at incarnating? I guess that's two questions. Does being an old soul always make you wise? No, thank you. Uh, does being an old soul mean you're not very good at reincarnating? No, thank you. Do our spirit guides communicate with one another? Yes, thank you. Do our spirit guides talk to us about each other? No answer. Do our spirit guides communicate with one another about their people on Earth? Yes, thank you. If you ask yourself a question about something that's troubling you before sleeping, would you get the answer in your dreams? Yes, thank you. Are all Freemasons Satanists? No, thank you. Can becoming a Freemason be good? Yes, thank you. Is veganism the best diet for enlightenment? No, thank you. Is there a best diet for enlightenment? No, thank you. Will painting a roof blue protect from lasers? Yes, thank you. Is it the actual blue paint that protects from lasers? No, thank you. Is it the intent of the painting that protects from lasers? Yes, thank you. Interesting. Is the United States the best place to live for the future with regards to freedoms? No, thank you. Do new planets form inside the sun? Yes, thank you. Do all new planets form inside the sun? No, thank you. Is the Ethiopian Bible more truthful in the story of events that occurred than the Roman Catholic version? No, thank you. Are they the same in terms of their truthfulness? Yes, thank you. Is it the interpretations that can vary from those two books? Yes, thank you. Is sound healing going to become popular in the next 10 years? No answer. Is sound healing going to be more popular in the next 10 years? Yes, thank you. Does the government explore the oceans much more than they let the public know? Yes, thank you. Is the Bible the only things written or thought of by man? No, thank you. Are fungi the closest thing on Earth to God as far as vibration or consciousness goes? Yes, interesting. Thank you. Is listening to affirmations an effective way to manifest? Yes, thank you. Have people on Earth been abducted by aliens and then returned? Yes, thank you. Have people that have been abducted before not been returned? No answer. Okay, have there been people that have been abducted by aliens and their bodies and souls not been returned to Earth in the same form that they left? Yes, thank you. Have people been abducted by aliens and been killed so that their souls are separated from their bodies? No, okay. Do many people that have been abducted have their memories washed? Yes, thank you. Is that their own doing, like the protection from themselves? Yes, thank you. Have they also had their memories washed by an outside entity such as the Men in Black? Yes, thank you. Alrighty, that is all the questions that I have for this session. So thank you guys for being here. If you have more questions to submit, go ahead and drop them at that link in the description box below. Otherwise, I will catch you guys next time.